Yeah, it's about 100. Okay, you guys ready? April, Susan, you on? Ready, Richard?
Recording in progress.
You guys ready over there? Tyler, you ready? Okay, everybody else would be good. Okay. Well, let's get started. We'll have no invocation, so we'll skip that part. Calling to order the special meeting of the Mary Esther's Local Planning Agency, November 17th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Would everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now I would like the city clerk to do a roll call of the council.
Board Member Sutton.
Here.
Board Member Coxwell.
Here.
Board Member Lawson.
Present.
Board Member Carter.
Present.
Board Member Oder.
Present.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. The presents you have it, huh? Okay. Number 5 is administrative oath of those persons testifying.
So if anyone is planning to speak tonight, please raise your right hand. Okay. Under the penalty of perjury, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I
Okay.
do. Okay. All right. Items for consideration. Number 6, 6.1 is big box retail grocery market major preliminary development order. We got the staff presentation, number 1. Go ahead.
Good evening, Chair and members of the local planning agency. For the record, Tyler Reed, Community Development Director. Tonight, I will be presenting the staff report for the preliminary development order associated with the proposed redevelopment of a portion of the Santa Rosa Mall site. The applicant, Mullins Engineering, on behalf of property owner David Schoenberger, is requesting a preliminary development order for the redevelopment of approximately 11.25 acres within the Santa Rosa Mall property, the former JCPenney site. The property proposes the construction of a big box retail grocery market and an associated fuel station. Because the redevelopment includes more than 48,000 square feet of new impervious area, it qualifies as a major development under LEC Section 2.05, requiring recommendation by the LPA and subsequent approval by the City Council. So the property itself has a future land use of commercial and zoning of C2 General Commercial District. The proposed development meets these zoning and future land uses. And that's the boundary there, as you can see in the red, the former JCPenney. Future land use commercial, zoning, C2. So this is the proposed site plan that we received from the applicant. Let's see, this is a zoomed in version. You can see a little better there. So on September 3rd of this year, the city adopted our new comprehensive plan 2050, as you know. Under this new comp plan, the site is located now under the town center overlay, which requires a redevelopment to align with the goals and vision established by the Mary Esther Vision Plan. The proposed project contributes to the activation and reinvestment of an underutilized portion of the former mall property by providing this new development, which adds convenience to the city. And with the grocery store, that's also part of the vision as well for this area. And just to reiterate some of this language from the town center overlay, because I know this is something that's new and we're not maybe not so familiar with what's in there. But the whole idea behind the overlay is to redevelopment this section of town as a mixed use area for commercial, um, residential, office, civic use, common open space. And this presents an opportunity to convert this underutilized commercial area into a vibrant mixed-use town center that incorporates housing, retail, office space, and public amenities. The intent, as detailed in the vision plan, is the creation of a connected and walkable environment, introducing sidewalks, bike paths, and green spaces to better integrate the site with adjacent neighborhoods and improve overall quality of life. The objective within our comp plan for this area for transportation is create a vibrant multimodal town center around the Santa Rosa Mall and adjacent corridors by integrating complete streets concepts, pedestrian-friendly design, and improved transit service. The policy is that the city shall encourage complete street design standards, including sidewalks, crosswalks, bike lanes, consolidated or shared driveways where feasible to reduce curb cuts and improve roadway safety and connectivity to existing transit routes for future transit services. So these are the proposed sidewalks under the plan, and staff does acknowledge some of the enhancements with a connection to the main thoroughfare, the Mary Esther Boulevard sidewalk there, connecting the fuel station and then the overall big box retail. We would like to see, staff would recommend maybe an enhancement of a multimodal that would connect the entire site, but we do acknowledge that we do not have the plans for the surrounding site. So it's challenging to recommend that when we're just focusing on this site alone here. See, so here's the blue is the drive aisles and shows some of the connectivity to the surrounding properties as well. And then with the utilities on site, you have the blue or the teal is in the water line and the pink is the sanitary sewer. So the utilities here, this is all private. Staff wants to emphasize that these are private utilities that the city will not maintain, they don't own. So it would not be the city's responsibility for these utility lines, but it will fall on to the owner of the site. And we also have Jacobs here. They did the concurrency review. They did find that this site alone is acceptable as it does not exceed or significantly increase the existing water and sewer demand. I do have Jacobs here to elaborate on that if you have any questions on the concurrency. Here's some elevations, kind of hard to see because they're a little bit small, but staff recommends that the building elevations that were submitted with this PDO stage be considered as conceptual with detailed architectural refinement to occur during the final development order stage. This was something that was brought up with the applicant. The applicant did agree to acknowledge that and to approach this final design stage through the final development order. So any of these elevations tonight should be treated as conceptual and not necessarily what the final product would be. And we have the applicant here tonight as well that can talk to that a little more if need be. Here's elevation of the fuel station and then convenience store. The last point here that we are raising is the unity of title that that the applicant is proposing for parcels 1, 2, and 3. The red is parcel 1, the blue is parcel 2, and the green is parcel 3 approximately. So just to kind of explain what is being proposed here. So the unity of title is a legal mechanism that essentially takes all of these parcels and treats them as one large parcel or lot. So parcel 2 existing houses the proposed grocery store. Parcel 1 has a little bit of the grocery store in it to the north, or I guess the south line of parcel 1. And then it kind of goes jets into in between parcel 2 and parcel 3 there as a ingress and egress. And then parcel 3 is mainly the fuel station area. So some of the issues that we raised with the applicant about the unity of title is the rezone, the future rezone for what would be majority parcel 1. So we do have an application from the applicant to rezone the rest of the site to PMDD, which encompasses a lot of the parcel 1 there. So what would happen is parcel 2 and 3 and the whole grocery store area that's being proposed tonight will remain C2 zoning, and parcel 1 will eventually get rezoned to PMDD. But as you can see, parcel 1 kind of encroaches into the proposed grocery store development. So that raises an issue with dual zoning. So you cannot have a dual zoning with the unity of title. So we just need some clarification on how the applicant will resolve some of these future issues, and staff would like to recommend that any recommendations will be contingent on resolving some of these issues with the unity of title. I understand that we are also missing some elements of the unity of title that we would need to be reviewed and approved as well by city manager or his designee. And I think that is it for the unity of title stuff. And we can, of course, speak more to that if there was anything that wasn't clear or needs clarification further. So at this time, are there any questions? Yes.
I just have a quick one. The unity of title, is that going to be resolved before construction?
Well, that is the hope, and that's what we would like to get on record tonight, that this would be something that would be resolved.
Yeah, the unity of title will need to be resolved because they've got setback issues. They've got the zoning issues. So those are things, and as Tyler mentioned, so imagine you've got 2 lots, maybe one's a commercial, one's a residential, and they want to build something that would traverse both because it's neither lot by itself would be large enough for what they want to build. So they would have to resolve the zoning aspect of it. But then now, when they get the unity of title, they've got the larger footprint to work within. The city of Mary Esther has never done one of these before. It's not necessarily uncommon. I think the city of Destin has done one recently. I've spoke with the owner's or developer's attorney, reviewed that. I've also done some research and seen, it's in other jurisdictions. So it's not something that we're the first one ever to do it. There are some things that I've requested, such as a title opinion, as well as a search to confirm, there is all the owners that are listed, if there's any mortgages or anything like that, those individuals may need to, or individuals, those institutions may need to be known or brought in and made parties. But if not, then it would be a document that's actually recorded in the public record. It runs with the land, so as long as they have this development, it's gonna be required to do that. They can't come in, do it, and then say, oh, we've decided now to break it off, because then now they've got a non-conforming building, property, things like that.
I have a few comments.
Mhm.
So I'm not necessarily concerned about the unity of title. I think that we need to do whatever we can to make this work, because obviously, as the current situation of the mall, does not work. And we do need to redevelop it. Yes, it's going to be something different than our city's used to, but we've got to do something. The current condition, my only concern is with a big box store like this is, and the potential named individual that may come there sometimes brings a unique crowd. We already have a unique crowd at the mall, and I would like to make sure that we don't have the situation where we're still doing donuts in the parking lot out front. There needs to be curb cut-ins. And like I said, I want to see something here and being developed sooner versus, I mean, I get all the legal paperwork, but obviously a live, work, play community works. We've seen it all across the country. You can drive through our own state and see it in other communities. We need to do something to get this off the ground. So I know we have a good, good lawyer in the room. So Hayward too. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hayward too is an excellent attorney. But yeah, I do have some concerns about this project, but at the end of the day, we need to get something going on this property because our citizens are requesting it, and currently in the state that it's, been in, we need something here. And this will hopefully draw additional businesses down the road to make this community even better. So I'm, like I said, I am a little apprehensive just because of the potential individual who it is, but having a grocery store here is not a bad thing.
Did you have a question?
No,
Oh,
I just had a
okay.
statement.
Okay.
I do, but I'm,
Okay.
I think it's just more about public safety.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
that's good. I
yeah,
was,
public safety and the sidewalks.
We're committed to public safety.
Yeah, the sidewalks, I do think we do have a lot of walkers and bicyclists to keep in mind. So I do think having a connective multimodal atmosphere.
this is
Right,
just a
and-
preliminary thing tonight, right?
Well, this is the preliminary development order. So anything that is recommended tonight will go to the final development order stage, or actually we'll go to city council for approval, and then it will go to the final development order stage. Final development order does not get approved by city council unless there are substantial changes that are made to the application, to the site plan. So if they do end up changing this, you may see it again down the line, but anything that's presented tonight, save for maybe the elevations, will probably be, what's presented with the final development order. So we need to keep that in mind.
So the things April was talking about were not on tonight's thing, so they won't be implemented?
As far as like the
Well,
public
like she was
safety.
talking about curb thing, right? You mentioned something about
Well,
curbs.
I think there's a lot of parking islands that may, thwart some of the activity that we don't want.
Right.
There are a lot more landscape parking islands than there are currently. And we can have, the engineer speak more to that if you wish, to see if there were any other things that would help with the public safety aspect.
What
But
exactly is in the development order? Can you laundry list those items? Or is that what these drawings are all about?
so, yeah, the site plan is what is presented with the preliminary development order.
Okay.
So what you saw,
When this development order was constructed, was any consideration or thought was given to uh, how this area may be reused during a hurricane, as far as FEMA and other mass parking issues?
I don't think so.
Still have the whole backside of that parking behind that and.
Well, and the
apartments.
parking I brought up because it is on the actual sign plans.
The reason I bring that because we're not thinking about hurricane recovery, but when we are in one, we can engineer things out before things are built to be easier.
We still have all this.
Yeah, I think the parking is gonna be adequate for the size of the retailer. My biggest concern is obviously safety, and it's not even just for those that come in after hours, but parking lots. We seem to have a lot of accidents in parking lots too, so it's just about, and also like the carts, the little shopping carts.
You,
Sir, you have to come up to the mic.
you have to say your name.
You hold that until, you're next.
Yeah, and I do see the number of islands in the parking.
With him, you're next, okay.
but-
So
It's also about like cart control. I mean, so like I said, I'd rather get this right the first time and not have to come back.
Okay, any more comments for Tyler? Okay, thank you very much. And now we need the applicant's presentation, whoever's going to do it.
Good afternoon. My name is Hudson Pugh. I'm with Mullins LLC, the civil engineer on this project. And simply, I think the exhibit shown really kind of detail our plan for the site.
Okay.
Ultimately, we're reducing the footprint of the existing building. The existing JCPenney building is about 95,000 square feet. This project will have about 45,000 square feet. We're also reducing impervious area by a little over 50%. So we're creating more grass, more green area. One of those ways is through the curb islands that you talked about. So another thing that we're doing a part of this project is the detention pond that's to the south of this this parcel 2 that he pulled up in the blue line. We're expanding that detention pond by roughly double. So we're significantly helping with any drainage on the entire property. So that's another improvement that we're doing for this PDO as well. Yeah, any questions as far as the engineering side goes?
He's tall.
Can you hear me?
Any questions for him?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. What's that?
You have multiple people?
Oh, sorry, you're good. If he comes up, he'll need it.
He's tall.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Stephen Tatum, representation for the applicant. I don't really have much to add. It sounds like the unity of title, Hayward and I have a couple things we need to work out. But aside from that, it sounds like you guys understand what we're doing with it. And we can work with Tyler moving forward through this next step after this gets approved in our further redesign. I think the biggest hurdle we have to get by right now is tonight. We need approval for tonight for the rest of the project to actually happen, for there to be a design for it. But we don't know how to design the rest of the site until we know what this particular area is going to look like. But then once we get into that little bit deeper design, we'll work with staff on hitting some of these other elements that there's a lot of concerns about. So if you've got any questions for me or for anyone else, I'd be happy to try to field them.
What's your timeline?
Soon as possible. At least on the this application that's before you today. And then PMDD, which is the next step. What are we looking at?
Wait for comment back.
Okay, so we're
Has to be in the mic.
I'm sorry. Well, I'll say what he said. We're waiting on comments back on our latest submittal, which was just done last week, I believe. And then there'll still be some back and forth. We probably are going to have to clean up some of that discussion with the little area of that one parcel that sticks in there, but that'll be done through a platting process. So the concern about the dual zoning will get taken care of that way. So we know how to handle the situation going forward. It's just a matter of trying to shoehorn this one in so we can get the process going.
With all that given, you're looking at 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 10 months. Can you kind of dovetail your timeline into months that we can,
Do you mean on construction
No, not-
of?
as the process proceeds forward, what do you think you'll be January 1st? What do you think you'll be March 1st? Can you give
Do
us?
you mean on design?
Yes.
On approvals?
Yes.
Yes, hopefully within, 90 to 180 days. I think there's only so much time
Right.
that these applications can pend anyway. But, so yeah, we're wanting to move this as quickly as we can get everything done.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Anybody else?
You the last person on the, I just had a quick question, probably for you, but I'm sure it's for him. Is this going to be a purchase or a lease? A lease.
Yeah, we'll say it on the record. It will be
So you're maintaining ownership of the property.
it'll be a ground lease.
I just
Yeah.
throwing out there. I was just
Absolutely.
curious.
I understand. And it actually kind of is a good point. So thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah. Anything else?
Right.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Now we have public comment. Where's the public? You got a public? One public. Does she wish to make a comment? Huh? Do not. Okay, we have no public comment. Well, I'm closing public comment. What about an LPA discussion? I think that's you guys. Want to talk about it?
Well, some of the concerns that April brought up, I think that they've got the islands in there, but they also have trees. So that will add another, kind of buffers. I don't know if you would even know this. Is this going to be a 24-hour functioning store? Is this just going to be like a, 7 to 11 type of thing? Does that be another part of public safety as well? Is if it's a 24-hour store, then,
Yeah, because we don't have any patrol after 8
Yeah.
PM.
it has nothing to do with the planning.
I kindly disagree. We do have county support. We are still inside the county. The county is required, the sheriff's department, to provide service.
If they get a
They can
call.
always call 911. No, it's my turn now. They can always call 911 if needed. They may, I would assume, put their own security systems out there with cameras and stuff, big box stores. I've walk into Target, my pictures everywhere and stuff. So this is, I'm sure, not their first rodeo. My only concern is the highlighted areas where the staff is concerned, to make sure we work well together and meet all the requirements. Again, I don't see this every day like you do. I trust you guys to make sure this works out. Thank you.
Anything else from the LPA? Okay, then I've got a motion here. Are we at that point? Does anybody wish to, anything else? Okay. A motion for the local planning agency, the LPA, to forward a recommendation to the city council to approve, deny, or table the preliminary development order, PDO, for the proposed big box retail grocery market, consistent with the findings and conditions outlined in this report, subject to the resolution outstanding issues related to the unity of title and the zoning consistency. So do I have a motion to, I'm guessing, approve this
Also make that motion.
POD? I have a first from April Sutton,
I'll second.
second Susan Coxwell.
And just so we're clear, this is a recommendation to the city council for
Yes.
approval of the PDO with those
Motion
caveats.
to forward a recommendation to the city council, CC. Let's go ahead and vote. Okay, we have a positive vote, yes vote. So we are good to go to the city council in about 30 minutes. We're going to be discussing that then? No, we're
No.
not?
For the record, Tyler Reed, it will be at the December meeting.
December. Okay, never mind. I thought we were just going to push it forward.
Well, dang, we were trying to help you.
I'm trying to help you, trying to get this thing done. And construction starts next week, I mean, we want it to go happen, okay? All right,
Thank you.
thank you very much. We're adjourned. Dylan, why aren't we moving it?